Hi, it's Dr. Fred, and this is TMT, Tuesday Morning Transformation. And what are we talking about today? Are you stuck in a rut? Are you wondering what all this is? Look at my props today, gang. Hey, this is our rut. This is our security. This is our routine. See, this is what we do every day. Our primary human need is certainty. What's that mean? It's certainty, it's predictability, it's safety, it's protection. So what do? We get in this routine of these things we do every day so we don't have to think about them, so we feel safe, we feel secure. It helps our survival. That's our foundational need, right? But what's the result of all this? What's this mean? I get up at the same time. The reason I'm giving this really isn't for you. This is for me. I get up at the same time. I do my morning routine. I go to the gym. I park in the same space practically every day. I go to the same locker, right? I know my routine, what day it is. I go through the same thing. I go to restaurants. I get the same food. I go to True Foods. If I go to True Foods for lunch, a double grass-fed burger with kale salad and a kale drink, right? I go to the Chow Italian restaurant, veal saltimbocca with a break of eggplant parmesan. I go here, I get this. And sometimes we get so stuck, right, that we lose our spontaneity. Now here's the next thing. We get so stuck in our routine that what's it lead to? It leads to boredom. It can lead to loneliness. You could be in a family, yet your routine, you feel lonely inside. It can lead to frustration. All of that can lead to depression. Why? Because you have too much certainty. The second human need is uncertainty. What's that mean? Whoa, let's blow the walls off, man. What's that mean? At the same time you want security or routine, you're craving spontaneity. You're craving excitement. You're craving adventure. But here we get in families, we have kids, and we're like, we have to do this routine because we have all these things we need to get done, and I have my task list, and we want to teach our kids routine because that's success and that's safety, and we want them to be successful. And then what do? We get into the same thing every day. Now, it's interesting because I'm single, and I date online, so I don't really actually date very much. I actually talk to a bunch of people, but being a life coach, I'm always interested in people's lives. And so I talk to these people that are divorced, and you hear things like, they just got bored. You know what I mean? And now they're divorced. They were a parent, and they forgot to be husband and wife. It's amazing how many times I hear, my husband stopped kissing me. Like they kiss and they give pecks. But remember when you were dating, how you would make out with passion? You know what I mean? What happens to that? We lose our passion because we get stuck in a routine because we think that's the way it's supposed to be. Especially, men that are providers. We provide security. And a woman, what do they want? They want safety and security, and they provide that for their kids. And so we get into all these ruts. And then all of a sudden, here's what we do, and our life becomes this. And what do? We lose ourselves. Because that's only this much of who we are. What do we crave? We crave a life. We crave excitement. Steve Jobs was always mocked because he wore the same thing every day. Right? I kind of can relate to that. There's like 3 t-shirts you guys have seen on TMT. Why? Because I don't want to think about it. I just put the same shit on every day. I eat the same breakfast. Why? Because I got a lot of stuff to do. So if all these things are structured, then I can be creative. And then sometimes I think, man, I'm boring. I need to get out. Yes, being purpose-driven is fulfilling, but then I think, God, if I had a partner, they'd be bored to death. I need to break out of my rut and have some new experiences for me. So it's funny, I was talking to one of the coaches in Elite, Dr. Corey. Many of you may know him. And it was funny, I'm like, God, man, I was talking to him yesterday, and I'm like, what'd you do over the weekend? Well, it's funny because I'm single, but I stayed home Friday and Saturday night. And I'm thinking, how boring was that? I actually enjoyed myself. But he's like, really? What was that like? Because he's got 2 young kids that are going 100 miles an hour with tons of noise. And I started laughing because one person's prison is another person's freedom. You know what I mean? And it's all perspective. So it's just so funny, and sometimes we have to try, like we get in our routine. So relationships are a way for us to see and appreciate what's different in other people. There's so many times in a relationship, and I've said this myself, I want somebody just like me, so life's easy. We just do the same things, we get along. But in reality, that's not what it's about. Hey, by gender difference alone, you're going to see the world differently, right? So the thing is, and really this is what I learned after watching my wife passing, is learn to appreciate the differences, because our partner brings out things that break us out of our routine, right? Our partner, what's a partner do? Does a partner let us do this, or does a partner go, whoa, we got to blow the doors off, man? I don't think like you at all. We need to do something. Hey, glasses, got to be careful about those. We need to do something different. We need to have fun. Let's do something exciting. Let's be spontaneous. Even date nights can be routine. Well, it's Tuesday night, it's 7 o'clock, so we get a babysitter and we're supposed to be together. Sometimes date night isn't timed. Date night should be every night. And so, these are things that I've learned through the pain of life, is learning how to appreciate the differences and find humor in the differences. We're all imperfectly perfect. It's those seemingly imperfections in us that are really the perfections that are part of our humanity that we can appreciate. Now the thing is, can we appreciate the humanity in our partner? And if you're by yourself, there's a difference between lonely as an emotional condition, by yourself as a physical condition. I'm not lonely, but I'm by myself a lot, right? So the thing is, when you are by yourself, can you appreciate yourself? Can you step out of your comfort zone? Can I park in a different space tomorrow at the gym? Can I go to a different locker? And those are the smallest things, but they make the biggest difference. So let's look at relationships as appreciating the differences in people, not criticizing them, but learning to appreciate their humanity and their consciousness and their journey, and enter into conversations and do things that are different with intention, that we interrupt those patterns in our lives, and then we can live and love our life. We can meet those needs. We can have security. We can have spontaneity and adventure. We can be well-rounded. We don't have to be with those glasses on and that hat on. We can just tear them off for no reason at all and just be the creative being that we were meant to be. So let's live, let's love, let's appreciate, let's enjoy our life, and then we can be in joy. Let's break a pattern today. All right, love you guys. See you next week.